It's week 4 of the 2035 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Broncos and the Bears on EA Sports.
Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here at week 4. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1 picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at fourth down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. At the helm, one of your fellow Washington quarterback alums, Brock, already a starter in his first season.
I really hate to say this, and when you start 0-3, the numbers will just tell you flat out. Week 4 becomes a must-win game for you to save some playoff hopes. And in a must-win situation, really all eyes turn to their quarterback for a signature performance that keeps hope alive and elevates everybody around him.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's only able to drive this down to about the 45. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Williams on the play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down throw by Williams. Looking slant round, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the give, it's Miller. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Williams to throw on first. Connecting on the slant. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. On the move, past the 40. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, Williams. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Williams from the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. So before this is punted away, officials stepping in. Looks like a timeout was called by the receiving team. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down. Another carry for him. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They're throwing it. He has the first over the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Trying again, following the sack. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Looking for a throw here. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes! And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will get them on the board.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears about set for their next possession. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. First down, Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Handoff here for Miller. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. Lone back gets the handoff. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Back to the well again. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Broncos will have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 16. This finds Franklin. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Denver! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now they'll try to knock. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Bears nothing.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return starts at the 3. Return's looking good so far. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 37. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity in any success for an offense.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Throwing from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Broncos corral it!
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field, but unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the turnover puts them right back out. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground, while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. Airing it out to start this drive. Completed over the middle. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connection made to Coleman. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right. And he gets this forward to the 19.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Fires right away, but incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will add to their score.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Chicago getting set to take the field down. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Williams to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So they're left facing a 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. 3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it's going to be Bears football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. Finds his target, Patterson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. 2nd and 8. He throws a bullet deep to the... That's grabbed inside the 30. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. This from 40 on the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. We've reached the midway point of this one, and the visiting Broncos taking a lead into that locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the visiting Chargers who were able to come in and steal one on the road. 23-13, the final score. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Bills seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. A field goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Huard.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And it sets up 2nd down. Pass play now. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's a throw. Jump off caught by his back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, Williams. It is caught left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard
Working from the gun, Williams. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing now from the gun. This will be caught by Cooper. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Throwing now on 1st down. Able to get it to Franklin. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 47. That one's complete right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He's on the move. Now he takes it. And they bring him down around the 34. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We'll hold up for a moment. Snap back in some pain after the play. Training staff headed out there to work on it. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. Trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Here come the Bears back out on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he goes down a little short of the 40. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. I got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Williams will look to throw. Cut by Miller. And he's brought down for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. First and 10, they're going to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27. Second and 3 now. From the 27. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First down, Williams. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Trying the right side with Miller. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He's got it. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And the Broncos get set to take over. Ball at the 33 for first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. They're going play action. This finds Franklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll run here from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Setting up a throw. Throwing the out route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
At the 31-yard line.
From the 31. That finds Miller complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Williams to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Offense in the hurry up here.
2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 1st down from the red zone. Hauled in left side. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Offense up to the line fast. Working from the gun, Williams. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Williams. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So now, here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Williams. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
He's throwing for it! And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick 6, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline and get out there to defend the two-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
Starting from the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the pick, here's Williams. Setting up the running back screen. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. Williams to throw on first. Got a man. Patterson has it. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. 2nd and 3. Finds his target, Patterson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Williams will look to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. Here's Williams. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Broncos corral it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, whether they recover that one or not, either way, they were turning the ball over there. But no doubt, probably stings a little bit extra fumbling it away instead of just being stopped short.
It sure does, because look at the defense. Look at what you just gave them momentum-wise. Not just the ball, but the spirit of those guys knowing, yeah, they not only stuffed you, but they can rip that ball away from you too.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners.